welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, today we're going to be reading the story of Ivan, the remarkable true story of the shopping mall gorilla. So before I want to tell you the author and the illustrator. So the author is Katherine Applegate and the illustrator is G. Brian Caras. So we're going to be reading this book and thank you for writing this book, Katherine Applegate and G. Brian Caras, for making this book. So today so it's just a book to listen to. I might be showing the pictures to you guys here and there, but it's just basically like a book. So I might be holding it like this. You guys can see the pictures. So let's get started. You guys can see the pictures. You guys can see the pictures. It's just a book to listen to because it's hard to read and do that. So it's just a book to listen. In leafy calm and gentle arms, a gorilla's life began. So like I've been doing for most read alouds, I've been just reading the page and then showing you the pictures. And at the end, we're going to be showing more information about Ivan. A baby was born in the tropical forest in Central Africa. He was a part of a large family of western lowland gorillas. The troop included babies, javelins, I don't know how to say that word, females, and a male leader, the silverback. So I forgot to show you the pictures. You guys can see the pictures. The more the baby gorilla grew, the more it played. The more it played, the more the gorilla grew, the more he played, the more he learned. He rode on his mother's back. He listened to the hoots, the grunts, and the chest beats of his father. He watched the older gorillas, clever and quick. Then he wrestled and chased and swung from vines. So look, you can see the baby. The gorillas are swinging from vine to vine. He did not learn about humans until it was too late. Poachers with loud guns and cruel hands stole the little gorilla and another baby. So, as you guys do know, it is illegal to poach animals, but some people don't make that smart choices and they do that. That's very sad. After thousands of miles and endless days, in a black, damp crate, at last, light and fresh air. So look, the two baby gorillas are in the cage. The jungle green with life was gone. The gorillas traveled halfway around the world to Tacoma, Washington. I don't know how to pronounce it, but just don't judge me if Washington. A man who owned a shopping mall had ordered and paid for them. Like a couple of pizzas, like a pair of shoes. All right, so here is the truck where the poachers took them. People called and laughed and held the babies. They dressed them in human clothes and fed them human food. The shopping mall owner ran a name the babies contest. The winning names were Burma and Ivan. So look, these are the two baby gorillas in their crib. One dark day, soon after the babies arrived in a strange new world, Burma died. Without her, Ivan was all alone, with too much left to learn. So here is baby Ivan, and then as you can see, Burma died, and I don't know why Burma died. While he was little, Ivan was cute and cuddly. For 3 years, he lived in a home like a human child. He slept in a bed. He held babies and rode on a motorcycle, and he went to baseball games. So this is the picture of Ivan doing his human things. He had many things gorillas in the wild never need to know. The only thing Ivan didn't need to learn was how to eat. The more he ate, the more he grew. And the more he grew, the less he could live a human life in a human house. So this is the picture. A cage in a mall became Ivan's new home. But there wasn't much to do. Sometimes he played with an old tire. Sometimes Ivan watched TV. Sometimes he finger painted, signing the papers with his thumbprint. Mostly he watched the humans watching him. So these are all the activities Ivan's doing in his new home. Ivan was 13 when his coat began to shimmer with silvery white hairs. He grew to be a silverback gorilla in the jungle. In the jungle, he would be ready to protect his family, but he had no family to protect. So this is Ivan when he was 13. At the end of this video, we're going to talk more about the story. Yeah, year after year passed. People began to grow angry about Ivan's lonely life. Children and adults wrote letters and signed permissions, and they held protests. So this is the picture, and we'll talk about more about the book when we get to the end of the story. Ivan lived in his cage without the company of other gorillas for 27 years before he was sent on another journey. This time, the hands were gentle. New Atlanta wasn't a jungle. It was a place with walls. Still, the breeze carried the jungle sounds and senses. Scientists who understood the needs of gorillas helped Ivan adjust slowly, carefully, and gently to his new life. Here's the picture of Ivan. Finally, it was time. Was Ivan ready? Cameras clicked. Reporters watched. So this is the picture. And then the next page, you're going to see what happens. Do you think? Well, then Ivan stepped into the cool green grass. The sunlight germing on his silver hair. People cheered and laughed and wept with joy. Ivan, the shopping mall gorilla, was in a place with trees, grass, and other gorillas at last. So this is the first time he touched the grass in 27 years. In leafy calm and gentle arms, the gorilla's life began. So that is the end of our story. So here's Ivan when he was first free. And then this is the page. So this is Ivan. And then that's him in Burma in his little cage. So now we're going to talk about more about the story and what happened. Because I know you guys are wondering what happened. So this is actually a non-fiction book that was written by Katherine Applegate, and she made this book. And actually, Ivan did die. He died at the age of 50, which is very old for a gorilla. So Katherine Applegate and G. Brian Garas made this book. And you can actually go on different websites to learn more about Ivan. There's actually a chapter book called The One and Only Ivan. And you can actually order this book off of Amazon. That's what we did. We ordered it off of Amazon so that we can enjoy it. And I actually learned about this at school from my library teacher. So when I was in library, she talked about this book, and it's actually really good. And you can order it off of Amazon. You can probably get it in stores somewhere. I don't really know. But you could probably get this book in stores or maybe off of Amazon or maybe FedEx. I don't know. But order this book off of Amazon. And my family actually watched the movie, The Incredible Ivan. So make sure The One and Only Ivan. So make sure you watch that too. So enjoy this book, and thank you, Katherine Applegate, for writing this book. Bye!